Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here for July 7th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. First up, we got our August live cattle on the board. We continue to see this live cattle market churn around here near the bottom end of this range. As we discussed yesterday, this market is expected to find some support here between 235 and 240. Look for the low end of this range to offer some good buyer support, as well as this long-term support line at that rising 200-day moving average. At the moment, this market seems pretty sticky here between the 235 and 250 area. We expect to see these range-bound conditions continue here as we head into the next couple weeks. Bulls need to see a nice strong push up here towards 250, get a convincing close back above 250, and that should take us up to some all-time highs. But in the meantime, this price point here between 35 and 50 looks like a pretty good spot for this live cattle market. Look for this action to continue. We did see these back months balancing out just right around that prior day's range. We continue to see good support on these October and December contract months down there in the mid 230s. We expect to see that action continue. Look for the bulls to try and get a bid and see this market start to push towards the back towards the top end of this range here before this week is up. Next up, feeder market, putting in a nice little inside day here for this August feeder contract. Price is hanging steady here, bouncing out on top of 360. This market is hanging right around that 50-day average inside that prior day's range. Expecting to see this market find support down here between 355 and 360 as well. At the moment, looking like the bulls are continuing to hold this market nice and tight here around 360. We expect to see that support continue to hold here. Any sort of breakdowns back below 354 and a half, we could see this thing kind of slip down here into this range or this little area we churned around in during this brief breakdown in late May, early June. But at the moment, we expect to see this market find some more support here around 360 to 355. Look for the bulls to try and get this rally back underway here before this week is up. We should see those bulls try and take another push back up there into the 370s. At the moment, both live and feeder markets are just hanging out here near these all-time highs, just slightly discounted here at the moment. We're not really expecting any major breakdowns here as long as 355 can hold on that August feeder, as well as this 234 area on this August live contract. As long as these markets are able to hold this range that we've been trading in for the last couple months, we expect to see this market remain sticky here in this range, but we should see this market try and make another run back towards those all-time highs here. This market still remains strong, just hanging out here near these all-time highs as this market likes these higher prices. Next up, we got our December corn futures on the board. Another strong day here as this market pushed into the 460s, getting closed above that 50-day moving average. We still expect to see some resistance here, at least some churning back and forth here in the mid $4 range. At the moment, this has been a pretty nice reaction from this corn market, snapping off contract lows all the way back up here above that 50-day average. We'll have to wait and see how this market responds in the days to come. We are anticipating some more resistance up in this area. We'll just have to wait and see how the remainder of this week goes. If you are looking for short positions, slow play this thing. We don't want to be stepping in front of the strength we've seen in the last couple days. Wait for this market to stabilize and balance out before jumping in front of this thing. But we should see these sellers try and take another push lower here before this week is up. Next up, crude oil prices getting a nice bounce today off of some oversold conditions. We have seen this market beat down in recent weeks, pushing all the way back down there towards last week's low at 67. At the moment, this market's just kind of coming back here, getting a little bit of a relief rally underway off of this big breakdown we've seen. In the moment, though, we are expecting to see this rally be sold into. Look for some resistance up here around 75 to 80 bucks. Sellers should jump back into this market. Expect some more slower pace trading and some tighter ranges here in the near term. Just a little bit of a bounce here off some oversold conditions. Look for the rally to be sold into, and we should see this crude market continue to bleed back down into the $60 range. And equity markets continuing to see some mixed action. S&P was kind of stuck in the middle here today as it just traded around that prior day's range. Nasdaq losing some ground here, seeing a nice strong push down there, testing those prior week's lows. While the Dow did see a new all-time high print today before seeing a less than impressive close after testing that all-time high early. At the moment, the Dow is getting a little bit extended here. Each of our other indexes are seeing some mixed, choppy action here, as we've seen here in the recent weeks. We continue to expect to see this price range continue to trade here on the S&P and the Nasdaq. The Dow continues to see good strength here, so we could see this thing continue to grind up there through its all-time highs. But we are kind of getting a little overbought here. Pullbacks would be welcome for this Dow index, but we should see the Dow and the S&P, the Nasdaq and the S&P continue to churn around in this area, while a lot of these mega cap names are able to find find their footing and get some traction back above their major averages. In the meantime, we don't expect any sort of breakdowns here, just looking for some more choppy action while this market digests all this recent upside we've had over the last couple months. Look for this choppy action continue. Still good time to remain invested. Keep looking for good spots to be putting your money. Lots of good places out there to still keep money working. This market environment remains strong, and we should see this action continue and get a nice steady push back up there towards those all-time highs before the summer's up. So look for equity prices to keep on climbing. Here in the near term, we could just see some more choppy action while those mega caps find their footing, but this environment still remains strong and healthy, and we should see some more upside here over the big picture. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.